For the first time since being forced to withdraw from Wimbledon, Rafael Nadal was back in action, and boy was it a huge bummer. Spain's raging bull has been quite rusty with his play as of late, thanks to his many injuries, and Borna Coric took full advantage of it. In today's video, we show you how the Croatian beat the king of tennis in a toe-to-toe match, absolutely destroying him, along with other tennis news. Let's dive in, starting off with Rafael's monster upset. Fans have been hoping to see their favorite Rafa return to the court for a while. Let's admit it, we all miss the OG hitting and swinging the ball in all his glory. But unfortunately, his return ended with a shocking loss, leaving fans heartbroken and confused. Well, the Spaniard went down in 3 sets to none other than Borna Coric, who destroyed Nadal's comeback dreams. The 25-year-old won the second round match 7-6, 4-6, 6-3, after winning a huge first set tiebreaker 11-9. And clearly, after a 5-year absence from the ATP and WTA Cincinnati Masters, the 36-year-old Spaniard was not in the best of spirits, or fitness for that matter. What's more is that he was competing in his first match in well over a month after having to withdraw from his Wimbledon semifinal match against Nick Kyrgios due to an abdominal injury. Nadal said, "When you return from an injury, things improve if you win the first game." Today, that was not the case. With his victories at the French Open and Australian Open this year, he now has a career tally of 22. But Rafa was clearly no match for Borna Coric. Nadal, the second seed, displayed no signs of the injury that has primarily affected his serve. In fact, he started on a rather promising note. And since he was playing his first match in Cincinnati in 5 years, and since he's generally a more popular figure, the majority of the crowd was understandably cheering for him as the match kicked on. But at the end of the 2 hours and 51 minutes, minus the nearly 90-minute rain delay in the middle, of course, it was the Croatian who turned the audience in his favor, soaking in massive cheers from the crowd, up until Coric grabbed the crucial break to take the lead 4-2. The decisive set was tightly progressing on serves. Rafa made every effort to summon every ounce of his legendary fighting spirit and somehow turn the game in his favor, but Coric had all the advantages and all the answers. It was his day through and through. And here's how it went down. The Croatian star won 2 excruciating points in a row before turning the screws to make his Spanish opponent serve to stay in the match. And when it counted most, Rafa upped his performance and successfully held serve to shift the burden back onto his adversary. It was a roller coaster ride, and fans loved each and every bit of it. While Nadal made Coric work for it in one of the match's rallies, the Croatian won the opening point on his serve. To top it off, he put the match point with a display of some pretty great power hitting, appearing sharp while Rafael soon began to fade. It was only fitting that the 25-year-old defeated Nadal in a major upset by serving out the match with a vicious inside-out forehand, leaving the fans shocked by the incredible scenes. So it's safe to say that Nadal's clearly been struggling. A lot of fans have felt of late that the Spaniard has been a bit rusty with his play and has had way too many double faults. When Nadal has his opponent on the ropes, he usually hits them with a knockout blow. But with Borna's level dropping, it seemed like his push was a little bit of smoke and mirrors. It's rust rather than the wrist which keeps letting him down, and Rafa is aware that he's messed it up again. "I must make a better comeback," is what he said. The tennis legend is aware that it's better to win your first match and then return after some time spent outside than to come back prematurely and disappoint. "I wasn't prepared enough to win the game today." For now, Nadal's main goal is to maintain good health and focus on his fitness. It's definitely challenging to treat a stubborn career-threatening injury, especially when it comes to sportsmen, and Spain's raging bull realizes that it's better to take it step by step. But more than the age factor and injuries kicking in, we feel there's another factor that's being overlooked in this situation. The Croatian is amazing. Without an ounce of doubt, Borna has been great. Very few men have the privilege to have a winning record against someone as iconic as Rafael Nadal, and Borna has made it to the list. The Croatian has been performing consistently well, and it hasn't been as easy for him either. After a shoulder surgery in March and missing Wimbledon, Coric fell to number 152 in the ATP rankings, but he still used his protected rankings to enter the ATP Masters 1000 competition's main draw. draw. As he edged ahead 3-2 in their head-to-head, he emerged victorious for the third time in his career over Nadal, the third-ranked player in the world. The cherry on top of this magnificent cake, George has also defeated Stefanos Tsitsipas in the Western and Southern Open final to win his first ATP Masters 1000 title. He showed immense bravery against the Greek by coming back from 1-4 down in the first set before blitzing past the fourth seed in the second set to win in Cincinnati after an hour and 57 minutes. He has improved to 2-1 in his ATP head-to-head series against Tsitsipas and is now ranked number 29 in the Pepperstone ATP Live rankings as a result of his incredible run. In his on-court interview, George said it's been very, very special, and since he hasn't played a match in the last 2 years, he was genuinely just looking forward to it. It's kind of crazy now that I've won, is what he said. Meanwhile, Rafa is trying to move on. The Spaniard has a record of 15-2 in North America, with his lone loss coming in the Indian Wells Masters final. The outcome also prevented the world number 3 from rising back to the top of the ATP rankings, but he'll have another chance to do so at the US Open. When he arrives at Flushing Meadows, where he has obviously won 4 times, Nadal will be going for his 23rd Grand Slam singles title, which he appears to be super confident about. He hopes he'll be able to make that happen, and we sure hope the same. He said, in terms of practice, I need to start to be in Grand Slam mode. Rafael believes he needs to start practicing more vigorously and be competitive from the beginning there, also adding that he's ready to move and is just beginning to consider the energy that the New York crowd gives him. Nadal says he's going to do everything in his power every single day to be prepared for that experience because he knows that it's a very special place for him. He said, I enjoy it and have unforgettable moments there. We really hope Spain's Raging Bull bounces back and shocks his critics and surprises his fans. Until then, let's have a look at some other related news. First up, Naomi Osaka sends the tennis world into a frenzy. Osaka suffered a setback when she lost to Zhang Shuai in straight sets in the first round of the Cincinnati Open, and now, in an attention-grabbing move, she's recently asserted that she wants to play mixed doubles at Flushing Meadows in less than 2 weeks. The 4-time Grand Slam champ admitted in a tweet that she wanted to go for it, but she also didn't want to let her partner down. Before Osaka withdrew, there was speculation that Australian Nick Kyrgios and her would form a team at Wimbledon, but not much has been revealed about her tournament partner, despite a lot of speculation following her announcement. Next up, Roger Federer teams up with Duchess Kate. Roger Federer, the 20-time Grand Slam winner, announced on social media that he'll be joining forces with the Duchess of Cambridge for a day of tennis and charitable giving in September on behalf of the Laver Cup. The two partnered for both Action for Children and the Lawn Tennis Association in the past. Together, they support vulnerable children and families across the UK and work to increase youth tennis participation nationwide. And finally, Rahm/Salisbury hold nerve for Cincinnati crown. Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury may have been separated for a while at the beginning of the North American hard-court swing, but they still possess that winning edge. In a hard-fought victory over Tim Puetz and Michael Venus at the Western and Southern Open, the top seeds won their second ATP Masters 1000 championship of the year. In their quest to earn a spot at the 4th consecutive Nitto ATP Finals in November, Rahm and Salisbury are now ranked 3rd in the Pepperstone ATP Live Doubles Teams ranking after their victory. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think Rafael will come back stronger, or is it going to be a downward spiral from here on? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next one.